Happy 420. Happy 420, everybody. I just made it under the wire. Just got in there under the wire. I'm so glad. Almost. It was it was close there, folks. It was mighty close. But I got in there. Right at the end of it there. Call. Wasn't sure I'd get in there on time. But I did. Starting off blowing my nose. That's no way to start a show. But happy 422. I was here on time, so just made it under the wire. Good to, oh my goodness. Weed of the week. Little on the coffee side. Oh my goodness gracious. That's some rough stuff. First one of the day. We'll get my drink poured. We can get the show started. So, kind of a busy day today. I go see my therapist this morning. That was rather therapeutic. But here, let's straighten me out a bit here. So yeah, I guess I should get started on the news show. Hopefully some folks will join in. Let's see. Where's my pad? Oh. There it is. Anyway, Carlette Duffy from Indianapolis last year. She lives just west of downtown, and she wanted to get an appraisal on her house. So she contacted a couple of different appraisers, and she got an appraisal of $125,000 and $100,000 respectively, which she thought was kind of a lowball appraisal for her home. So she decided to do a little experiment, and she took all of her pictures, personal pictures, photos, and stuff. Took all that down, and any African American artwork or anything that might identify her heritage. She took all that stuff away, and she had a white husband of a friend of hers. She did everything by email, setting up the appointments and everything with this third appraiser. And then she had a white husband of a friend of hers stand in for her at the appraisal. And that time, the appraisal on the house was $259,000, considerably more than the $125,000 offered by the first appraiser. So she wasn't real happy with that. So she's filed a complaint with the fair housing people, and she thinks she was racially discriminated against. And tell you the truth, I can't disagree with her. Allergies, I hate them. It's just that time of year. But you got to admit that's quite a disparity in prices on that appraisal. if that's not racial discrimination, I don't think anything is. Okay, but that's pretty outrageous. Moving right along, the New York Attorney General Letitia James announced Tuesday that the civil case that she was building against the Trump organization has turned criminal. And Alan Weisselberg, the chief fiscal officer for the Trump organization, has been indicted. And his daughter-in-law, Jen Weisselberg, has stated that she is cooperating fully, not only with the state attorney general, but also with Cyrus Vance, the Manhattan district attorney, in his criminal case. So I don't know what she knows, but it will be interesting to find out. Now, the Trump organization sounds like a big deal, but it's really a small family business. It's, his kids and Jared Kushner, and so it'd be interesting to see who goes to jail over these two cases, because it's all family. Buds, welcome aboard. Move over. I don't have to give you a lot of space. You're not that big. So, so it should be interesting to see where these criminal cases go. I can't see Weisselberg not turning belly up at his age. He's been around since the old man was around. Okay, so he goes back to the 70s, I think, representing the companies. And I think the prospect of spending the rest of his life behind bars may be enough to get him to roll. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, the same could be said for Giuliani. So there's a lot of people, I think, that are going to be willing to talk a lot. So we'll see what happens. Now, Texas has, for the most part, has banned abortions. Okay, they passed a law limiting abortions to the first 6 weeks. Most women don't even know they're pregnant for 6 weeks. They call it the heartbeat bill. Okay, if a heartbeat can be detected, then abortion cannot be performed. And they also gave the right to sue abortion doctors to virtually anyone. So I don't think there's going to be many abortion doctors in the state of Texas for very long. So, I mean, abortion providers they're going to leave, They'll be coming to Illinois, where anybody can get an abortion without any difficulty. I mean, we've even been welcoming people from Missouri who have a hard time. Come on to Illinois, get your abortion here. So it's interesting to see if other states don't follow suit. There's also a bill before the Supreme Court. I mean, a case before the Supreme Court that they're about to hear. that could very, very well challenge Roe v. Wade and put abortions out of reach for every woman. And that is absurd. There isn't a single law in the books that mandates what a man can or cannot do with his body. And there's no reason why there should be a law in the books that mandate what a woman can or cannot do with her body. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. This stuff is just really hard. I don't recommend this sweet of the week. I haven't even told you what it is yet, and I don't recommend it. So there. So the House passed a bill to form a commission to investigate the January 6th riots at the Capitol on Wednesday. With the support of 35 Republicans in the House, which is surprising since they've been telling all their party people to put an end to this, you know. Got to run and get dinner. Okay. Run. Run as fast as you can. The goldenrod around here is killing me. Third nose blow since I started this show. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, so they had 35 Republicans on board of this thing in the House. So it's going to be defeated in the Senate. Okay, there's no way it's going to pass the Senate without filibuster. So this thing is dead in the water. I don't foresee anything happening with regard to this. It's unfortunate because it would be nice to know. Seeker, welcome aboard. Yes, 35 independent thinkers. And that's all there are in the party. Okay. This is all Trump's doing. I mean, he got a hold of them and said, you know, vote this down because I don't want people to know I really did it, even though people already know he really did it. So what are you going to do? We're stuck with this, you know. Until New York sends him to prison, he's going to be in control of things, I guess. With the Republican Party has decided he's the leader, which is incomprehensible to me. But if that's who they want, that's who they got, you know. I just don't understand that this is who they want to be their leader. He's such a fraud. Makes no sense. So, wow. The weed of the week is lilac. That's it. Lilac. It's a sativa dominant hybrid, and it's 24.95% THC. GOP gets scary. That leadership operates like communist, where everyone must toe a party line or be tossed out. Exactly. And they seem to be okay with the crazies. You know, that's what's weird, is they're their acceptance of even the crazy people in their party. Okay. That's what's really strange. I mean, they're willing to back the crazies. I don't understand that, you know. Katie, welcome aboard. Yes, the GOP. Yes, the GOP. They're willing to accept the crazies in their party. And hi to you. The weed of the week is lilac. And don't ever buy it. It makes you cough like crazy. GQP. The GQP. So what's that stand for? Oh, the GQAnon party. Yeah. Yeah. Can you spell conspiracy with a Q? Some of them out there talking that our nation resembles Marxist method, but as a GLP party leadership where we can actually see it in action. Yes. Yes. And that crazy broad, what the hell's her name? She was comparing having to wear a mask in the congressional chamber, comparing that to Jews having to wear having to wear a star under Nazi Germany. Is that ridiculous or what? And the only reason that Pelosi is demanding that they wear masks is because there are Republican congressmen who refuse to tell her whether or not they've been vaccinated. Yes, Marjorie Troll Green, that's the one. But there are Republican congressmen who will not tell her whether or not they've been vaccinated. Okay. So she said, well, then you got to keep wearing a mask. And I don't have a problem with that. You know, I mean, if they're not willing to admit whether or not they've been vaccinated, well, then, yeah, you got to keep wearing a mask. You know, it's that simple. I don't know, assholes. Anyway, here's the wow story, folks. You're going to love this one, especially you, Katie. You'll love this one. Alabama will now allow yoga in their public schools. It's been banned for 30 years. Okay. Christians in Alabama feared that it would open the door for people to become Hindus. Okay. They didn't want them to convert to Hinduism, so they banned yoga. Okay. So now yoga is offered as an elective K through 12 in Alabama schools now. But you're not allowed to say chanting, no mantras. You can't use mandalas. There's no invocation of hypnotic states. Okay. And what is this I wrote down here? I don't know. I don't know what I wrote. And of course, you need. They require English names for all the positions, and all the exercises have to have English names, and you have to have parental consent. Okay. Christians do not like any Eastern philosophy. I was told to stay away, so now I read tarot. Stony, welcome aboard. So yeah, that yoga ban is another example of cancel culture having begun way back. But again, the GOP stuff is bat poop crazy. Yes, it is. We talking about Adolf Hitler? No, we're talking about Alabama. And they're allowing kids in school to practice yoga after a 35-year ban. Okay. Same thing, yeah. Alabama and Hitler. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, on the bad news side, the largest iceberg in the world is broken off in Antarctica. It's the shape of Manhattan, but it's 70 times larger, okay? It's the size of the state of Rhode Island. Let me say that again. It's the size of the state of Rhode Island. Okay. This is one big mamma jamma here. YouTube censored your Adolf comment. I had to click live chat to see it. Oh. Is there footage of the iceberg? No. You know me, I never have footage. Wow, they censored you in top chat. Wow. Yes, the iceberg. No, actually, they had, the only reason they knew about it was because of satellite imagery. Okay. No, it's, you just happen to notice it was detached and floating around. So, yeah, it's huge, you know, shaped like Manhattan, only 70 times bigger. So that's one big motherfucker. So, moving right along. If it goes north, it'll melt and cause sea levels to rise, I'm sure. You know, this thing is enormous. Yeah, I mean, if what we see above the surface is the size of Rhode Island, what's down below the surface, you know? Maybe we can lose Florida. I'd be okay with that. I have no use for it. Yeah. So Madison Smith was attending this Bethany Christian College in Kansas. This is a few years back. And she went back to a dorm room with this guy. And what started out as consensual sex soon turned into rape. They started out kissing and stuff, and then all of a sudden this guy started slapping and strangling her, forced her to blow him, and tried to have anal sex with her, and things got really rough. She couldn't say no because this guy had his hands around her throat. And she went to her parents the following morning and told them that she had been raped the night before, and showed them the bruises on her neck. And they went to the police. They called the police. They told him her story. And the local prosecutor said he wasn't going to prosecute this because she hadn't resisted enough, that it was consensual, and he wasn't going to take it any further. And of course, this enraged her. And she did some research and discovered that there was a law passed in the 1880s in Kansas that allowed an individual who wasn't satisfied with local prosecutors to bring her own case before a grand jury. And so she took this obscure law and ran with it. And it was appealed, and she won the appeal, and was granted the permission to form her own grand jury to bring this fellow before them and have him charged with rape. Well, in the interim, this local district attorney charged him with aggravated battery and took a guilty plea from him and sentenced him to 2 years probation. So double jeopardy was attached. And although she didn't get her day in court, she's glad he was sentenced to something, but she's not real happy about it. So, but the way the law works is that she had to get signatures from people. Have a petition filled out, but it was only 2% of the number of people who voted in her county for the governor in the last election, plus 100. So she only needed 329 signatures to get this thing, to get this grand jury convened. So it really wasn't that many, wasn't that hard. But she got fucked in the long run anyway, and not in a figurative sense and a physical sense, I guess. So been curious to spout out censorship for a long time, a casual thing. Now it begins to feel as if muzzle tightens, like in a testing way. Yeah. That's what dads pop in. That's when dads pop in. Force me to blow a guy. He will be bleeding. Yes. Yes. Remember I spit on your grave? Yes, I do. Yes, I do remember that. But I think I have some more stories here. Wait a minute. Did I miss this page? No. I sure thought I wrote more than this. I'm sure I did. No, I didn't. I just already did it all. Yeah, I'm all done. Yeah, I talked about the Trump organization already. Turning criminal. The investigation turning criminal, Stoney. You might have missed that story. But, yeah, because what's his name's daughter-in-law is going to testify. So you going to ear orange? Wear orange? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm certain. I mean, there's too much to this investigation for him not to be in trouble. And like I say, that the Trump organization is a mom and pop operation. Okay, it's all family. So people going to jail over this are Junior, Ivanka, Jared, and the old man. Okay. Melania. Those are the people who are going to go to jail. No, I haven't seen him since he went to New Jersey. Maybe he's buried in the Meadowlands here along with Hoffa and them. You know, just that freaking Elvis dude. What freaking Elvis dude? Oh, man is going to the nut house. Yeah, they'll put him in a rubber room. Because he'll flip out. If he gets a prison sentence, he'll flip out for sure. I mean, we know the guy's batshit crazy already. So, I mean, he showed us that in the White House. You know, I mean, he lies just to hear his voice, I think. You know, just hear his own voice. I think that's why he lies. He's compulsive. You know, he's a compulsive liar. He can't help himself. You know, I mean, anybody who sells steaks on Sharper Image can't be sane. You've known compulsive liars before. There's a hospital there that has a new procedure that slows dementia. Oh, well, he's demented, no doubt about that. It makes things spicy. He has not even been seen on the golf course. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. He's going to have to start oranging himself again. He's Dr. Dementia. Whatever happened to Dr. Demento? Is he still on the radio? I wonder. Yeah, that is odd, isn't he? Maybe he doesn't like to play that Jersey course of his. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I remember Dr. Demento. You know, maybe he just doesn't like that Jersey course. Or maybe they haven't repaired it since that guy ripped it up with his car. Remember him? I did a story on him a while back. Quite a while back, actually. The guy that tore up his golf course in New Jersey with his car after breaking into some country star's home barefoot. I forget who that was. I think he did it twice. I think he I think he broke into the golf course twice and tore it up, cutting donuts on the greens and stuff. Yeah. Oh, that was some funny shit. That was one of my weed of the week stories there. (1970) to present, he's still busy. So he's still at it, huh? They probably got him a hidey hole somewhere in Randland. Maybe. This stuff is too coffee. Don't ever buy lilac. Makes you cough too much. Which is too bad because I got 5 cones out of that 8th. I'll have to give 1 or 2 to Mrs. Spliffy. Still happily deranged, it says. Wow. He's probably as old as I am. So that's the way I'm going to do my Tuesday show from now on, is chat along with the music, if you guys are okay with that. Rather than sitting here, oh, born in 41. Shit, he's my sister's age. He's 80. I'm not that close. Fuck, I'll only be 74 at the end of this month. So it's not that close. 6, give me 6. I was born in 47. That's 6 years. Damn it. Do your math. Yeah, I'll be 74 at the end of May. Last day of May. The 31st. So I'm old, but I'm not 80. Give me a break here. You know, hopefully we'll be celebrating my 80th birthday doing this show. 620 years. A premiere. So you post vid, and then at a determined time, the video rolls and you're here and chat with the rest of us. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. A 51-year-old video. I've done that before. I hope to be here on my 80th birthday, by the way. Sitting right here talking to you folks. Under some other very strange technology, though. Okay. I mean, I won't be on my laptop. I'll be on some super technology screen of some sort. Probably clear. Okay. A see-through screen of some sort that, you know, so that I can see Buster sitting in his chair while I'm talking to you. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, buds. What was your thought on it, Spliffy? I couldn't hear all of it, so I was just guessing with my previous post. Yeah, I'm good with that. But I do plan on being here for my 80th birthday, so just so you know. I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. Pulled your hamstring this morning. Well, you got to stop hurting yourself. Italian beef for dinner. Woo. Trouble is, they have lousy bread down here. Like a speedy black sprinter. That's how you did it? Sprinting, were you? I have my doubts. They have lousy bread down here, buds. Need some Chicago bread. Make a good Italian beef. Oh, you're not down here. Oh, well, good for you. Then you got a good sandwich. That Milano bread just falls apart. Can't stand up to gravy like a good Ganella or Toronto, you know? The bread down here sucks. Local Italian bread is more like Greek bread. It doesn't take gravy. Double dipped. Oh, extra juicy, huh? Yeah, see, now you can never do that with a Milano sandwich. Thing would just fall apart. You got to have bread with some body to it. You know, Italian beef was invented in Chicago. You know, it's a Chicago creation. Just like Philly has a cheesesteak. Italian beef was created here. So, I mean, you got to have the right bread. And they obviously wasn't created down here. So, I envy you. I would love to have an Italian beef sandwich. Another thing you don't get down here is the green peppers. You know, the sweet peppers on there, you don't get that down here. They give you pepperoncinis. Pepperoncinis don't belong on a beef sandwich. You know, some giardiniera and some bell peppers. That's what you need on there. An Italian invented it. Yes. And as a matter of fact, an Italian did invent it. But yeah, that's what we need down here is better bread. A Swede. No, not a Swede. It'd be more likely someone from Switzerland would have invented it than a Swede. But yeah, I would love to open up an authentic Italian bakery down here because they don't have one. Make some real Italian bread that you can make a real sandwich out of. You know, compete with Milano. But they're so ingrained down here. People refer to it as Milano bread. They don't even call it Italian bread. So, a Spaniard. No, I don't think so. Never been to Spain. But I kind of like the music. Anyway. With Asperger's. Yeah, I saw a meme that was What do they do with the rest of the mole after they make molasses? So never been to Spain, yeah. But I kind of like the music. And does it rain on the plains? Sure. When they're flying. There. As long as it hits the plants, that's what counts. Get the rain on the plane. Water those plants. Question is, does it rain on the fancy or just the plain? That's what I want to know. Whoa. I'm ready to break out some Gorilla Glue. Give this shit up. You need sandpaper in 4 inches and a 220 outlet box and a gallon of primer. Oh, sounds like you need to run to the hardware store. Don't buy any wood. We'll see you. Thanks for coming aboard. See you Tuesday. Steve Miller. I'm doing Steve Miller Tuesday, by the way, folks. Since I've had the show planned for 2 weeks. Yeah, better get them quick before it's all sold out. Yeah. Can't afford any wood. You're a midnight toker. Yeah. I'm a joker. And a midnight toker. I'm not a smoker, though. Yeah, take care of you. But yeah, I'm doing Steve Miller on Tuesday because I couldn't get on. I couldn't get on 2 weeks ago. Well, I couldn't get on 3 weeks ago, and I had a Steve Miller show all set up. And then last week it was Stoney's birthday, and I was going to do Ozzy for him, and I got censored by YouTube. So I did Ozzy this week, but I still have the Steve Miller show in my pocket. So I'm going to pull that out for this Tuesday. I'll give our loving to the warden too. Why don't you? I get my wood at construction sites after dark. I don't know. I don't get wood anymore. That's a lie. I'm having sex with my autobiographer. So I go to the dumpster at construction sites at night. Jinx buds. What are you guys doing hanging around construction sites? Oh, the dumpster. Yeah, well, where else would the wood be? Unless you steal in the good shit before they use it. You know, you take them whole sheets of plywood laying on the side there. You won't find that in Chicago. They lock all that shit up. Down here, that's another story. You could probably get away with it. Down here, they'd be foolish enough to leave that stuff out. But, you know, here's, I moved down here and I had to laugh my ass off. They have a construction company down here called Deconstruction. It broke me up. Okay. I thought, you're going to name a company Deconstruction, you know. I got enough red bricks used for a mailbox post. Oh, yeah. I had a brick garage in Chicago that caught fire, and a guy came around and offered to tear it down for me for $500 so that he could have the bricks. And it turned out to be a much bigger job than he realized. It took him forever, and I really got my money's worth. I feel that finally, after all this time, boss is going to begin agreeing with me. There is cash value in the trash they toss. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. But I got a deal on this garage. And then when I sold my house, the guy who bought it discovered that I had not drawn a permit to tear the place down. And he had to buy the permit because we'd already closed on the place. So the city came after him for the permit. So your next door neighbor got into the dumpster to help you. Nice. There's a neighbor. I'm telling you. That's a good neighbor. That's a good neighbor there. I lived next door to an apartment building. And the neighbor on the other side was, well, he was okay, but she was dumb as a post. We had a deck with a patio table with an umbrella and chairs. And when we first got it, she came out and asked us if we rented the table. Who the fuck rents a patio table, you know? Idiot. You'd like to collect bricks and do your driveway? He helps you a lot. Well, that's good. Good, you got somebody nearby you can rely on. You'd like to collect bricks and do your driveway. You should have got those old pavers they had in Chicago that were street pavers. When they were tearing up the streets, you should have got a bunch of those. Those suckers were Indiana granite. They weren't cast. They were solid granite bricks. A lot of people use them as doorstops in the city now. used to have one. I don't know if I brought it down here or not, or if I left it up there. Might have left it up there. They were heavy sons of bitches. They were about 10 by 5 by 6. They were a good sized piece of granite. Our sawmills struggled to remain open, but ultimately failed. I saw big dollars flying out the shop with the trash. So frustrating. We all loved the job, but failed to break the failed paradigm. He goes to the casino up by Pilgor. Now that I am vaxxed, I can ride up there with him to go to Area 420. There you go. Yeah, now you got a ride. That's cool. It's a shame about the sawmill, Seeker. Oh, there, I had some weird pop-up. They're trying to sell me virus threat protection, and this is the only place I go. I don't use my laptop for anything else. I have a PC in the other room, an Apple, and I use that for everything else. So I don't bother putting any kind of protection on this computer. And I get a zillion pop-ups all the time wanting me to buy something. You never got no vaccine card? People are, you didn't? Where'd you go? Where'd you go for your shot? Because you should have gotten a card. And what kind of vaccine did you get? Did you get 2 shots or 1 shot? Walgreens. Well, I go back there and say, hey, where's my card? Did you get 2 doses? 1 shot Johnson. Yeah, go back and get a card. They should have a record of giving it to you. They take your name and shit, right? I mean, happy 420, by the way. I'm hoping this one doesn't make me cough as much. Yeah, go back there. You know, and give them a W2F or, you know, say, hey. Yeah, see, it's on file. They'll give you a card. Oh, okay. There you go, serial number. They got all that information. They know who got what. Oops, I just spaced there for a second. I don't know where I was, but it was fun. Maybe this stuff isn't so bad after all. I got Heidi over here next to me wanting pets. So I may have gotten distracted. But yeah, this isn't so bad on the second joint, I guess. I was asked the other day if metal now sticks to my arm. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Are you picking up radio stations, anything like that? Yeah. By a Trumpster, no less. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I mean, they were serious? They weren't joking? We cut a number of luthiers to make music instruments, producing wood with good sound quality. They had use for off cuts, wasted bits from other things, all of it resonating music well. Oh, cool. She was totally serious. Wow. Wow. I told her yes, and I now glow green and purple in the dark. You can see me coming. That's great. You should have told her you were coming for her. Yeah. Yeah. Or that you can immunize people with your touch. Then reach out for her. That'd be too much. What morons. What morons these beings be. It's ridiculous what people think, First of all, you need a much bigger needle if you're going to put a chip in someone. Okay. She was acting like you were weird. Yeah, well, guess what, lady? You got on the weird train way before Katie did. Yeah, my therapist and I this morning were talking about how few people in this world have brains. They actually have a thought process. Or are willing to use it. Maybe that's it. It's the sheep in people. I think that's what's annoying more than anything else. They're not willing to think things out. They're willing to just take other people's words for things, a word for things. It's just, I guess it's just mental laziness, not willing to expend the thought muscles. Oh, you guys want to go out? Okay. I'll be back in just a sec, folks. Come on, Heidi. Oh, don't give me this reluctant thing. I'll chase you around the room. Yeah, I will. I'm chasing you around the room. Come on. So you don't want to go out? Okay. It's just you, boy. It appears that Heidi was just helping Buster to get my attention. People cannot see the bigger picture anymore. No. They'd rather have Sheeple as neighbor than Zombie. I'd rather have Sheeple as neighbor than Zombie. But sometimes it's kind of hard to tell the difference. People giving over their brains to a peer group. Yeah. That's kind of what we have now, isn't it? Or people would, so we got a lot of people who just don't give a shit. A lot of young people that just don't seem to follow anything and just don't give a shit about anything. I see that a lot around here. They just don't care. Instant gratification consumption world must go away for mankind to survive. Oh, yeah. I mean, this conspicuous consumption, this disposable world we live in, where craftsmanship has gone out of everything. I mean, if it doesn't work, just throw it away. Nobody fixes anything anymore. You know, it's weird. Everything's disposable, and I guess that's even people. I guess. I mean, we apparently have no regard for human life either. Zombies in armed caravans arrived in some people's neighborhoods last year. Say they come to protect the people. Yeah, exactly. I know. Racine, Wisconsin isn't far from here. And that white kid was from Illinois that went shooting up that town. DHS, CPB, ICE. I see ICE is closing up a place in Georgia that was accused of abusing women, detainees. So that's nice to hear. Just cleaning my glasses here. Oh, there's everything. Much clearer now. Yeah, so they shut down this facility in Georgia where women were being abused. So, two of the worst centers. Yeah, good. Glad to hear they're gone. You know, they wouldn't have been gone if he'd been reelected. So, you know, he was one sadistic son of a bitch. You know, they were sterilizing women. Oh my God. Sociopath. I think that's what he was, is a sociopath. That's what he is. I don't think there's a better word to describe him. Yeah, that's what I said. No crueler man has ever been in the White House. And I hope that it never happens again. Him or anyone else. And Mike Pence's brother is coming to the defense of these assholes that stormed the Capitol on the 6th. Even though they called for the lynching of his brother, he's coming to their defense. It's ridiculous. Who the hell are these people, these Republicans? I mean, oh, Buster's at the door. Excuse me a moment. He's not there. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, there he is. You're not going anywhere. Come on in, boy. You're lucky I'm feeling generous, girl. I'll give you a cookie, too, okay? Just because I'm a good guy. I think our culture reinforced sociopathy, placing the me so far ahead of the we. I agree. Me and now. Yeah. Well, part of the problem is that we all read the Declaration of Independence wrong. Okay. It's the pursuit of happiness. We're not entitled to happiness. Okay. I'll be happy to shut down 3 of my tents in 3 weeks. Just too hot in the summer to run all 5 tents. Oh, instant gratification for self. Just click buy now on your remote and a drone will have it to your doorstep under 5 minutes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we live too easy a lifestyle. Let's talk about eat buds. Yeah, right. You tell him, Katie. She's in the desert. Talk about heat. You're right, Seeker. It's instant gratification. It's an episode of The Simpsons. Standing in front of the microwave, okay? 60 seconds, but I want it now, okay? It's ridiculous what people expect today, okay? And it's just getting worse. You may skip popping seeds until September for that reason. That's why you don't live there. It'd already been 100 degrees there. Oh, it's too much for me. We were supposed to have a 100-degree day. Instead, we got to the mid-80s. In fact, I think we're in the mid-80s today. So that's true. It's just a switch. 95 in your grow. I don't know what it is outside here. I think it was 80 this morning when I went to the therapist. It's 84 right now. 85, excuse me. Went up a degree while I was holding it. And the humidity is such that it feels like 86. So you'd share some of this 70 weather? You finna raise the temp uncomfortably here. I see. So you're 85, Katie. We're 86. So 28% humidity. I didn't check the humidity. Let's see. $42. So we're hotter than y'all are. So there you go. Little switch weather-wise. I have to sit up a little more. There. So we're hotter and more humid than Tucson, Arizona today. That's pretty amazing stuff. But we were supposed to be in the hundreds. So we didn't make it. Your grow is at 50. You grow, it's 85 outside, it's 87. Oh. Yeah, my grow's at 84. It's always at 84. Because my house is always at 77. So the temperature in my grow is consistent. Because the house temperature is always consistent. Next week starts the summer heat up. Oh, my bestie leaves here Thursday. So she'll be out there Friday. Takes her 25 hours to drive out there. So she only stops at rest stops when she absolutely has to. Tune is miserable. Oh. Well, she's got that to look forward to then. Once I take out the tent covering, the AC vent in my room should be better. Oh, I see. Oh, once you take out the tent covering your AC vent, can't you just move it forward a little? Or seen 118 on Memorial Day. Well, I saw 113 degrees there in September. So you stay warm for a while. It's naturally 62 inside this garage, which has 2 walls with a butt to cool earth. I see. Which abut to cool earth? With dehumidifier, the humidity is around 50 to 55. Too high for cannabis, I bet. Yeah. Well, Bud said it'd be okay. And lights would warm it up. Just keep the air moving. There you go. Well, there you go. Now you can get a grow going. That's what I thought. That's why I kept my mouth shut. When it comes to temperature and humidity, that's all up to somebody else. Got to fix the electrical stuff first. Yeah, you're going to need power, no doubt about that. One light, one fan. Yeah, there you go. Two outlets. Actually, one outlet. The fan will have an outlet. I mean, the light will have an outlet on it anyway. So always plug the fan into the light, and you're good. So you'll be ready to go. And I don't know if you want to get a grow room or if you want to do what Katie did and use the Mylar blankets. Really not very expensive at all. You get a bunch of them. Three outlets and the rest in a surge protector. Oh, okay. Because there's like a super universal outlet on top of the light too. I must run dehumidifier lest it rises to 80. Oh, yeah, well. And there is PC. Grow light might be too much. Oh, 10 of them under $11. Yeah, for the Mylar. I don't know, LED doesn't draw a lot of power. See? 100 watts. Yeah, that's the beauty of LEDs. They just don't draw a lot, you know. Your electric bill didn't go up? Well, that's cool. Your extension cords are warm to the touch. Buy some heavier extension cords, for Christ's sake. Quit buying that cheap shit. It shouldn't be warm to the touch. Okay? They shouldn't be warm to the touch. You need some heavier extension cords. I use the warmth test at connection points to inform me that I'm pulling over much. Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying he should be carrying a heavier gauge wire. If he's feeling warm, he should be carrying a heavier gauge wire. 18 LEDs over 500 watts each tent, plus exhaust and fans. Oh, okay. They will melt and catch fire. Yes, they will. Yes, if you feel the resistance, it's not good. Run off 3 different breakers in the house. Yeah, get yourself some outdoor cords or something, you know? Some heavy duty shit. Replace those extension cords, those indoor cords you're using. You know, get some heavier ones. Three weeks. Hope I don't burn. Well, 3 weeks left. Well, you can change them out in a few minutes. It won't affect the growth. Breakers are not a one ring rule all kind of a solution. Exactly. And its own breaker. You're using heavy gauge outdoor. Oh, man. And you're still feeling heat. Yeah, you need to give that all a rest. I'm glad you're on 12 and 12. Yeah, I'm saying that's too much. That's too much. Yeah. It's the number of tents. That's what it is. He's just drawing too much power. Yeah, you can't do that. You know, that shit will melt. You don't want to melt. with all your lights on full power. That's why I say I'm glad you're in 12 and 12. You know, that's a good thing. Yes, they do. They touch when they melt. And that causes fire. You know, we don't need a fire at your house. Two plants, 2 tents for a while for me after this harvest. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be running 5 tents. You probably have a pretty good stash anyhow by now, right? Short Circuit, great movie. Yeah, mitigate now what risk you can. Exactly. You're going to grow 1 from now on too? Well, I'm going for 4 this time, but I got to start over with 2 of them. 2 of them are okay, but the other 2, I'm starting over. Your jars are full. Okay. Okay. Yeah, then you can 2 tents. How many plants is that? 4? I don't know what size tents you have. I think you got various sizes, don't you? One plant per tent, I see. Cost of potential consequences being higher than best gain. 3x3s. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yes, you're right, Seeker. And cost of potential consequences. Yeah. Yeah, what do you want, a high yield or a house that burns to the ground? Well, there you go. That's a good idea. Yeah, that works. You could, when it's not a drying tent, you could use it for starting seedlings. So you foster them plants to grow, but not much of them lights. Get past all that beautiful foliage. So thick a canopy to catch the light. Well, that's why you eliminate everything below the canopy. Yeah. Yeah. You bet, girl. Yeah, you do some beautiful grows, bud. Way to say that I'm impressed with Scrog method and other aspects of what for me is a new way to grow. But I don't lollipop, and I use all my lower buds for concentrates. Huh. Good idea. So I think I'm going to call it a day, folks. So tune in Tuesday for some Steve Miller Band. Okay. And we'll have a show. Remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And bye, y'all. Have a good day, or the rest of your day, or whatever. And take care. Stay safe.